Good evening, everybody. Hello. Okay, let's start now. We have 3 more lessons, and today we have a very interesting topic. Ipo, did you see on the chat what can you type? Ipo? No?
No, I did not. I did not.
Okay, I send again. I think this is a very interesting title, topics to discuss later on. Write about a time when someone made an interesting discovery. So
There's any
I will write
problem
it.
there?
Wow, poor thing, honey, you haven't taken your dinner.
No, I'm just hungry.
Oh, okay, fair enough. 再发育啊，发育 okay. Expansions your stomach. Okay, let's hi Yufan as well as Equal, both of you welcome. So I will write something like this. I will write a discovery that sorry, my grandfather kicked the bucket, died already. Then later on, I went to look for I was very sad. I went to his room. Okay, then I was sitting there looking at the pictures of my grandfather and myself. Then out of the blue, my little brother came in, okay, and then he was quite mischievous, want to mess up the room, something like that. Then accidentally he hit a vase, a 玻璃瓶. Then he fell, the broken vase broke on the floor, the vase broke on the floor into pieces. Then inside there's a 字条. You know what 字条, like a note or something like that. Then I opened out and saw that was a letter. It was written to his wife. That is my grandma. Okay, there's this song. Very touching. Was I'm not sure Han Ling will know or not. I can't remember the title of the song. It said 15 years ago, my grandpa wrote this letter to my grandma. I'll be right there before I get to know.
I don't know this song. I genuinely don't.
Yeah, honestly, it's a very nice song. My grandpa told me to be patient, that I will go and meet out with her, something like that. So maybe I will be using this. I'll tell you, more personal. To me, I feel it more personal and more touching. Okay, so what about you, Yifan? How will you write this? If this is your exam topic, 你会怎么样写呢？
Must the discovery be real?
It will be better lah. It will be better. Of course, it can be fictions, nothing wrong. Okay, like my story is definitely fictions, okay, but it's quite close to my reality, right? That my grandfather has a secret, okay, something like that. Then later I found out, I went to the garden and dig it out and saw a treasure hidden inside. I didn't know that treasure has been hidden there for 20 over years, something like that. When my grandmother passed away and all things like that. So yeah, it not necessarily must be real, but it will be good that it's like quite the person who mark your paper who's going to read your essay looks real. Is my voice clear or not? Sorry, honey, and Tian
Yes, it is.
okay, Ipo can or Ipo, my voice can. Because my mic is a bit distant away from me, so I don't want to be too close. All right, so Ifan, how are you going to write this story? How are you going to make it so interesting? Yes. Honey, or honey is eating. Ipo, how are you going to write this story? You're going to stay spotting. Oh, you're eating also.
Yeah.
Okay, now my Yifan, what do you think?
Must the discovery be famous?
Don't worry, just say it. Don't need to ask whether famous, real, how it is. Just use your 2 cents worth of thought. Just say it. Don't worry. 不要管它是怎么样的，你把凭你自己的感觉去写下来的这个作文就可以。OK， 不要管它3、7、21，就是把它写好就可以。Okay, let's go. Can you what do you think? What is your story? How are you going to write this?
Okay, wait, current one or like my original idea?
Say lah, say.
Okay, so my current one is finding the COVID-19 vaccine, because I can't really think of anything else, or even if I can, I do not know any like similes to use. But then my original idea was like finding like going to an ancient tomb and then finding ancient stuff.
Okay.
That was like given by those famous like famous people from the past. Like I wrote King Arthur's Treasure. Yes,
Okay, that sounds interesting. Carry on.
yeah, that's all.
Okay, a bit far-fetched,
For which
far-fetched is 比较夸张一点, but I don't care, to be honest, if you are in my class, this is called creative writing. The more far-fetched, the more crazy, the more ridiculous, the more freak, and the more crazy as what it is. You're supposed to be like that, correct? People, right? Right. You cannot restrict yourself to certain point. It's just like I always like to use this example. Tell you, my professor, the daughter drew a color an elephant pink color. So the teacher marked her wrong. So when she came back, she cried and told my prof and said that why my teacher marked me wrong? You ever told me a pink elephant means a pink of hell, 嘛，对不对？ Healthy 嘛。So then another day, she drew a watermelon. A watermelon that is square watermelon. 你没有看过 square watermelon 有哦？
Those actually exist in Japan.
Yeah, they
yeah.
exist. They
no,
even
but
have like,
I think I don't know why I just thought of Roblox.
Oh, Roblox. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, Roblox and Minecraft. So tell you what, that square watermelon was about 20 years ago. I think 20 when I was studying my uni that time. 20 years plus, I can't remember. But that time 我知道已经有 square 的西瓜了哦。But whether 有没有那个 square 的西瓜，有 triangle 西瓜也好啊，oblong or rectangle, I think it's all about creative. 因为他把他的女儿 send 去那个 class 叫做 creative drawing class 嘛，对不对？ So creative drawing class 当然是要比较特别嘛，对不对 ？Right. So if you ask me, your this story King Arthur, and who knows, maybe this story might become very famous to make into a movie. You never know, right? But then I'm so sorry, I tell you. But if you write this something like that in your MOE exam, I'm sorry, it might be far-fetched already. 夸张一点，哦。So you find the question that you ask 没有错嘞。其实你问so is it must be famous, must be real, all these things. Because I think you find your teacher had taught you to write within the scope of a MOE, right? Academic writing. 在那个范围之内你要这样写。But very sad 如果这样的话，你就会把你的人才埋没在海底里了。OK， so 在我的 class， 我不管你们要写什么，最重要就是没有 racist， 没有 sexist， 对吗？没有discrimination 就可以了，对不对？不要说那个印度人跳进那个坑里面，黑黑暗暗看不到，我要开灯才看得到that is too much 那马来人吃那个什么猪杂汤，哇 please okay this is too much already okay 对吗？然后华人很像一条香蕉something like that this is too much like I mean don't laugh I mean there are still out there people like you see you playing football I really pity those blacks when they were to take the corner kick then all the white people will just use emotional damage to them so that they will miss out the balls and win so this is psychological attack I don't like seriously if I'm Hitler I won't talk to them honey I'll just go there and bang them seriously one shot kill them already people just like Hitler like that
headshot critical hit. Instant.
this is too much these people okay Yufan, how are you going to write? Later when Yi Guo and Han Ling when you finish your turn so I just want to give some idea to Tian Yu okay right don't mind Yufan 你成为怎么样写
I think I'll write fiction too because I don't really know discoveries.
Actually this question is about narrative and descriptive 对吗 Tian Yu?
Wait. Narrative means you can write in your own point of view, right?
No, narrative is something like once upon a time, there were two men staying together in a forest.
So which means someone else, but it's not you.
No. Narrative is just like telling a story like that, narrating. Like telling 在讲话说从前，在华山论剑住了一个美女叫于凡，还有她整天学武功，学来学去还是学的那几招。可怜的她终于下定决心下山去找他的师傅。走啊走，看到一个和尚叫做仪伯。仪伯忽然间看到 ，Okay, I'm just kidding. Now this is called narrative or 电影 okay?
I see.
At the same time, it's also describing Yi Bo as a 和尚，对吗？
Wait, then discursive is what's the other one? What you say narrative?
Discuss is to discuss. Please talk about why do you think?
Discursive is like you talk about two positives and two negatives.
No, not necessary
Yeah.
lah, but
And that's the way we have to
Wait,
write it in school.
Sure. So you said something about this combo can be narrative and something.
describe 形容，不是
What do you mean by
discursive 啊
describe?
，describe 啊，形容啊，OK。
Describe what?
Describe 就是那个情节咯，the atmosphere. Remember the SMART, the setting, main characters, atmosphere, rhythm. Okay.
Then how will I write if how will I like write my story?
I will do as flashback咯. I'll use a flashback.
Okay. So I can just say like a SARS outbreak or something.
So what say again, sir?
A SARS outbreak. You remember?
Bro, that was my idea. That was my idea.
Okay, can.
Oh, come on.
Okay, then why Harding, you tell me what is your idea about this discovery?
So this interesting discovery is like, you know, the discovery of SARS. You know what happened when the Hong Kong professor was like, he didn't know what sickness he had, and then he just told people to lock him up. No one touched me, and then 2 weeks later he died.
Okay.
And then it started the SARS outbreak.
He died.
Yeah, he died. The first person who caught SARS died.
Never mind.
Mm.
Wait, I heard you say Hong Kong president or something, Hong Kong person,
A professor from Hong Kong.
a professor. I don't know why I heard like president of Hong Kong or what.
It's definitely a professor who discovered this disease of
He actually caught the disease. He was actually one of the first to get the disease.
It's like
And
the
he
first
passed it on to a
person-
bunch of people before realizing that he needed to quarantine himself. That's how the
It-
SARS outbreak around the world started.
it's just like COVID.
That's true. That's true.
I will use the someone make an interesting discovery. I will be doing chicken pox and smallpox. Oh, Yifan.
Oh yeah, smallpox outbreak.
Yeah, I will use this as example. Okay. All right. So Yifan, what is yours come?
I don't know the name of it. It's from China, Yelongping.
做什么？他发明什么？
Farming how to get better quality and many
Wait. Better quality of life is it?
crops.
哦，怎么种植面不是种植那些 crops CROPS 吗？
Not really. Like use some technology and then like I don't know.
Okay. When was this? Which year?
A long time ago, I think.
Sorry, your long time. Can you give me a more specific, like 100 years or 1000 years or what? Or which BC or AD?
He died recently, so I think it's like about 10
Oh, it's a girl, is it?
no, oh boy.
Oh, it's a guy. Okay, he died. Okay, many years. How long? That one you must be more specific. So for this discovery from him, all right, what have you learned from this discovery? Just like the one I'll tell you, I discovered my grandfather got a secret, right? I went to garden and dig out the treasure box and then realized that how much he loved my grandmother. But inside the treasure box got another secret that my grandmother also wrote a letter to my grandfather. Wow, secret within the secret, a new discovery on that. Okay, like I just I like you find the one I like to emphasize is how can you help from this discovery? What can you motivate you to become? Get me now. So my grandfather and my grandmother motivate me that I become to be a more devoted husband and a father to my children. Okay, so I was in the verge 差一点要跟我的老婆离婚，刚好我的爷爷死掉。So you see, tell you I can be afflictions, right? So 刚好我要跟我太太离婚了，因为我外面有搞外遇。You know what's 外遇 right? I got third party. 怎么不可以啊？一波，我虽然很难看，可是我还有 six pack 的 ，OK。
Joe, you sure about that? Joe, you sure about that?
It's one pack.
我放这个无锡不是我翻的，我跟你讲
You should stroke it. You should stroke it like.
Okay, so come back to my story, Ibo. So I decided to realize that love for what do you call infinity is very important. Unconditional love. Okay, something like that. All right. So Yufan, thank you for your discovery. So yeah, if you can write this and send it to Uncle Raymond. That will be interesting because this essay you give me 3 different types of essay. Yufan, tell me who is the one that you admire most. 你最欣赏的人你可以写成一个作文这样，一个最令你敬佩跟欣赏 ，the most admire and respect so you can write this one based on this interesting discovery. Okay, the second essay you can write that do you agree that technologies have helped to develop crops better? You also can use this one for argumentative essay. 你看举一反三呢，然后最后一个呢，你可以写成说这个人为什么会使你感到对biology 有兴趣，说对你的学习为什么有兴趣，说他有不劳不屈的精神永垂不朽的精神去启发出不同的科技。Okay, that means in English that he went through a very relentless and a very hardworking discipline and diligence efforts to build out this technology, these methodologies to encourage people to plant crops. So I was being motivated by his tireless efforts. Get it now? So you see, thanks to Tian Yu, so this essay, right, Tian Yu, you can expand your tree. Okay, Yipo, how are you going to write your turn?
I think it's the development of the vaccine for polio. Polio.
Polio, is it?
Yeah, polio.
Oh, okay. 为什么你会选这个呢？
Because the dude, right, like he sort of he made a lot of sacrifices to develop it. He fed it to his own child and even drink it
Are you a
himself.
bio student?
No, I am not.
Oh, surprisingly, well done.
The polio thing is pretty famous actually.
Yeah, it's really.
Yeah, I know, but surprisingly,
It's like the little sugar pills, because
oh, okay, carry on. Then
he without previous testing, he fed it to his own child because he thinks that if my own child isn't gonna take it, why let other child take it? And he also drank it himself. And also he just took the bottle of the prototype vaccine. He just drank it.
Oh my God. Okay. I don't really know much about this story about polio, but roughly you 道听途说, I heard a bit here and there.
So after hearing all their idea about the topic, which one do you think is gonna be the most suitable?
In fact, to be honest, I'm not want to please everybody. All is suitable, but to be honest, okay, first of all, very good question, Tian Yu, very, very good questions. Okay, 翰林、于凡 and 宜博的是真人真事的，对吗？对吗？真人真事吗？对不对？可是真人真事当然是在教育部方面，当然你写的可以写的栩栩如生，很精彩 ，very interesting, very exciting, very enthusiastic. But I still like the King Arthur one. To be honest, no, seriously, no. You know what? Uncle Raymond's prefer to have this really out of the box thinking. You get me? Nothing wrong, because you see, if I were to mark, let's say in the Cambridge, I will foresee that I'm going to mark 10 essay from Yi Bo type and 10 essay from Yu Fan or even Han Ling. You see, so yours is 别出心裁Tian Yu, a bit extraordinary because of the kind of your content. Get me? 你去哪里？你不要走嘞！
Sorry.
不要走嘞！他这样飘过去嘞。
Sorry. My cousin just opened the door all of a sudden, and then
吓死我了于凡
I'm just holding.
幸亏7月已经过了
Sorry.
他这样飘过去哇吓死人了有不要这样Okay, Tian Yu, so my gut feel is that your story of that King Arthur, that one, okay, I'm the type of person to be a creative.
I also want to continue on that one, but I left that one in school. So and then I wrote at least half the whole compo already. So it's very hard to rethink of it because I wrote
Nonsense, Tian Yu. If you could have this, sorry, I don't mind. I'm not scolding you, Tian Yu. I'm telling Han Ling, Yu Fan, and Yi Bo nonsense. If you have this kind of attitude, 你做不了大事的，对不起 好像你看啊，有时候你 type 你 type 到一半一波，then 你 suddenly 你的 laptop hang，还是你 type 到一半你忘记 save，还是你not copy properly all this reason 啊。Don't let these type of things to stop you, please. Sometimes there's a reason that you need to redo again. You might be writing better. So the first draft and second 就不要有的哇鸡蛋糕太奶奶了，全部都不可以进了，全部完蛋了哦 waste my effort. If you're gonna curse and swear and sit there cry over spilled milk, curse and swear, 哎呀鸡蛋啊完蛋 why don't you use the time and sit down? Okay. The first draft, I did not save it. The first draft, I write like that. So to recall, in fact, tell you, it's helping you to develop your brain cell, to improve your brain cell, 对不对，宝贝？哦，所以如果你这样想，哎呀，天佑 ，sorry 啊 ，Uncle Raymond，我把那个东西写了，放在学校，我忘记拿回来，忘记 ，then I'm so sorry. You will 天佑 ，honestly 啊，一波于凡and 翰林。You will foresee this kind of thing very often in your office next time 你做工的时候。Trust me，我明明刚才有关电脑吗？等一下你回去那个 security guard， 老板啊，你的电脑忘记关，等你怎么样？你在那边curse and swear啊，骂你自己啊，你还是要回去。Imagine 你住江一，你要回去 twice， 哇，你还是要回去关电脑。It happened to me OK, when I was working 于凡真的OK。我的 staff 啊，他做，他忘记拿锁匙去关门呢。I have to drove all the way to Pandan 啊 from Ang Mo Kio to drive all the way to Pandan, which is Bukit Panjang 那边啊 just to give him the key and lock the place and go home.
So far?
Yeah.
How long did that take?
Wow, it's about 40 minutes. Even I speed. That was at night 9 o'clock. Okay, by the time I reach home, it's about 11 o'clock. So I have to check here and then. So tell you, don't curse and swear yourself. Not worth it. So you forget, 重做咯，不用紧，会死的吗？他会少了一块肉啊。哦，少一块肉。No. If you have this, sorry not you any one of you including if you have this kind of attitude then 我跟你讲you really cannot because your life all the way till the day you die you will foresee all these kind of things happen one. 你可以 imagine 你排队鱼贩排队卖完了，哇鸡蛋，我来这边吃你的板面，你跟我讲面完了，哇一波 how you feel? You feel like Hitler take the M16 or the AK-47 打，我全部把你杀死了，没办法了对不对？可以 imagine 我that day 就要去买鸡饭，我要吃那个肥肠，那个猪的那个 intestine。去到那边关掉，哎呀，没办法了，吃别的咯。Okay, tell you, right?
Yeah, then like this, right? Do you have any like phrases for describing like a desert? Because I wrote it in like in the desert scene.
Desert, okay, you can say the sun is as dry as the. Now can't really think of it okay, but desert anyone can help.
If y'all got just send it in the chat. I will write it in.
Desert, you will be it was as hot as the summer, something like that. But I'm not sure it was as hot as in the summer. So it was like I was like sitting in a sauna. You know sauna, right? Sauna. Have you been in a sauna before?
I don't remember, but
sauna 就是那个很热的地方，你去那边，你懂于帆，你懂什么是 sauna right？ 不懂就是说。how you say in Hanling in Chinese?
Wait, I think I know what's a sauna. Wait, hey Chao, is it the one behind like the children's pool in the
That's a jacuzzi.
Oh,
The steam.
then never mind, I do not know what
the steamer.
A sauna is like a steam thing. I'll Google it out.
one.
It's a bun steamer, but for humans.
Yeah, 就是
You cook yourself in it.
你的 fats 你的肥料跟它焖出来。
Wait, really?
It kind of detox. It's very nice though.
So Tian-Yu, when you want to go for sauna?
Yeah,
I think I will do that every day, every second. I might even buy one and put it in my house.
No, if you want.
A sauna is like a room that gives like the hot temperature.
No.
Oh, I think I know.
Next week, I might be asking not next week. Next month, after all your exam over, okay, I can invite you to my grassroots club. Okay, and then you can look at it. What is a sauna? What is a jacuzzi? What is a cold pool? The cold pool is -5 degrees or minus 1.
Chill.
So
Like I
can
used to
actually
go
enter
to
the
this
cold
like
pool?
China like swimming complex. They have like this really cool pool.
呀，真的很冷，对对。
Yeah.
It's good, no? It's really detox your body 把它排泄掉你那些肮脏的那些 fats 真的。Okay, so you're welcome next month to come to my classroom. Then you see yourself, okay? All right. So Tian Yu, you got all the answer really from the 4 of us. So hopefully can give you some idea. All right. So let's move on. Okay, today we are going to cover most of the things. I'm going to tell you how to do your conclusions, of course. Let's see. Okay, today is lesson number 36. Okay, 15th of September. So what we have here last week that we done this, okay, is what do you feel about the benefit of keeping fit? Did we read through the essay or not, Yifan? No, okay. So Han-Ling, are you ready? We read through.
Oh, we read through.
Did we not? I can't remember you all. Okay, 谢谢你 Yifan, then no need. But everyone. I don't think so, right? Everyone. Han-Ling.
For what?
Did
I thought we did. I thought we read it.
We did, huh?
Yeah.
I can't remember. Okay, so we did.
I remember. I think we
You
did.
know what? Taufik did not do that day. Okay, never mind. So we move on. Okay,
I
advantage.
think we definitely read it already.
Okay, so this one, yeah, this one is he just finished his social study exam yesterday. Okay, advantages of social medias. Okay, I think this one we haven't touched on, Yifan. Haven't, no, right? Equal, don't have. So how is the advantages of social media? How can it be benefits to you as a student? Of course, to Uncle Raymond is for business purpose. Then for older people is also for different purpose and advantages, right? So Yibo, can you read the business benefits of effective social media use includes? Number 1, please.
Brand awareness. Compelling and relevant content will grab the attention of potential customers and increase brand visibility. See branding, the basics. Brand reputation. You can respond instantly to industry developments and be seen as thought leader or expert in your field. This can improve how your business is seen by your audience. See public relation, PR. Cost effectiveness can be much cheaper than traditional advertising and promotional activities. The cost of maintaining a social media presence are minimal. If you choose to invest in a paid advertisement, you can spend as much or as little as your budget allows. Website traffic. Social content can boost traffic to your website. This can lead to increasing online conversations, such as sales and leads.
Thank you. Thank you for the first 4 points. And this one later we're going to do an essay about this one, but not same as what we are talking about the benefits of social media. But social media can be used like, okay, for example, Yifan, you know, a knife, right? A knife. 一把刀一把刀可以杀人，也可以砍东西，对吗？也可以切肉，对吗？ Can cut meats, can kill people, can self-defense, can a lot of things are the function of a knife. So that day, I was having this long, the pen knife was this long, okay, this long. I was cutting, I was opening out some boxes to set up computer for my boss for training. Then accidentally, I put the pen knife inside my pocket. Then when I go home at the time, the pen knife is supposed to live in the office, correct now? I carry pen knife for what? So I put in the pen knife. Then later I realized in my pocket, I took out my pen knife, I put in the bag. Can you imagine Yifan? You know, now MRT got this security check, right? Right. So imagine the security would ask me to open my bag and found a pen knife inside this long. What is the thoughts that comes to him?
Yeah, you're gonna commit a crime, like rob someone.
所以呢，我就觉得哇，幸亏了，我当然没有开我的包包如果他找到那个 pen knife 怎么办 ？Of course 我可以 explain 对吗，于凡 ？Because that pen knife 有写我的 company 的名字。But then you know for security， 如果你是 security officer， 你看到你在查那个 bag 的时候 ，for one person took out and then you took out and saw a knife or even a big hammer， 你以为他在打劫对吗？对不对 ？Correct 除非他可以跟你讲说，他是刚好去做装修工人，他是 renovation contractor， 他做，那是 a different story。 So wait, Uncle Raymond, why you tell me all these things? Is it related to social media? Yes, same thing as social media. 听过这句话吗？于伯、于凡、天佑 and 翰林，公说公有理，婆说婆有理，其中道理在哪里？道理可能在我们的屁股里。Seriously, no, not funny. It's really because sometimes it's like bullshit. Correct? A lot of things is bullshit. Like remember scam? You know scam, right? Right? Can you imagine those scammers will tell you, "Wow, promise you, wow, you do this job, I pay you this." You know, recently got one mother, she lost 15,000 just within 12 hours.
Oh yeah, 15K, and then after that, she just wanted one other about scam.
And then
But
not the bank
she
account.
lost her job
7块
during COVID.
真的嘞，于凡剩下7块钱嘞。So same thing social media 不是等于说哇 create brand awareness, brand reputations 很便宜比登报纸更便宜点。于凡 last time before social media 我登我的补习的那个 advertisement 一个小小的几个字就要花了要我35块钱嘞，$35，而且是每个拜六星期六 that's all No after Saturday the newspaper throw away sayonara. My $35 gone to break. And sometimes the whole week nobody call you. Maybe 1 or 2 call, and then they might not continue your tuitions, you know. But now with social media, I can put my thing on e-book, right? 24/7. True not? True not? As long as my social media I don't shut down, I can put in the TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and then Telegraph. 对吗？现在 Telegraph So this is very cost effective, but there is a bad thing, you find. Some people can take your picture and put your face into any other place. 对吗？天佑 You can put Uncle Raymond's face and then become in the pornography then. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, you very funny. You see 一波真是pedophile 变态你开玩笑So very serious all these things now the social media doesn't mean good things Sometimes it can be repercussions. All right. So yeah, increase all this brand awareness, good reputation. But if people the word you find misuse it and abuse misuse and abuse one time. Why? That's why I'm linking to my next point Ifan, can you read to the class for the last 3 points, please? Evaluation.
Evaluation is easy to measure how much website traffic you receive from social media. You can set up tracking to determine how many sales are generated by paid social advertising. Customer interaction. You can deliver improved customer service and respond effectively to feedback. Positive feedback is public and can be persuasive to other potential customers. Negative feedback highlights areas where you can improve. Target audience. Customers can find you through the social media platforms they use most. They can choose to maintain a presence on particular platforms that are in line with your target audience. For example, if you are targeting young people, you could reach them through Snapchat. If you are seeking business customers, LinkedIn may be the best channel. See social media platforms.
Children, Hanling, you know about linking, right? Yufan and Yibo, I think it's good you have an account for linking. This is where Yufan and Yibo and Tianyu, you can get jobs opportunity and real job opportunities from IBM, Bank of China, Bank of Japan, or any other big companies. Seriously, okay? Then Yufan, you might ask me, is it okay with my age to start off linking? Nothing wrong. This is where Yufan and Yibo, especially you are Yibo, next year except for, right? This is where it's so important that you can put in your VIA work there. Your VIA,你的好像Yufan 你每次喜欢写 poem 写歌曲放在那边，真的 let those people say 哇你这个小妹妹很有天才 okay is a Portuguese of writing songs come maybe you want to join me on this seriously this is your platform, this is your target audience. So you see Yufan, Uncle Raymond like to buy things on Lazada and Shopee. Last time I buy from Wish and some other easy buyer. Okay. But no matter how I choose, why? Because of security reason. So I got few times I bought a pants, 裤子. So I put XXL, 3XX. So I did not measure the size. By the time I bought the pants back home, it's super big. Then I buy a smaller one, XL. 太小了，太肥了，我穿不下。 糟糕，怎么办呢？还回去又要给钱，对吗？Wait, then you ask me, Uncle Raymond, what could you do with these customer interactions and target audience? You see, what you see on the internet sometimes is very deceiving，会骗你的对吗 ，Honey? Especially can you imagine So 现在 Uncle Raymond 去找grow 头发长得更多。
Oh, yeah, speaking of which, I actually got a really, really bad haircut like on Sunday, and most of it, like this part, has grown back already.
I thought you
Like
purposely
genuinely.
cut it.
No, it was just the barber messed up really badly.
No,
That's
I-
how this
honestly.
happens. Usually it's not that bad.
But I don't mind this hairstyle. It looks good, cool for you.
Thanks.
Yeah, seriously. So imagine I want to buy I want to cut your this hairstyle. Definitely cannot. Look at my hair, cannot. So I have to grow my hair first. So I go to Lazada, go to the social media. I see people, the celebrity 哇，用了这个洗发水，你头发会长很多，像于凡这样漂亮 ，very silky hair。鸡蛋糕我买的那个洗发水，不只是有头发，哎，那有头发掉到完。哇，赔了夫人又折兵笑笑很开心一波很开心等一下我完了去你家把你的头发给剃掉，我跟你讲，笑love some No, you understand Later I turn around I saw the instruction of the 洗发水 This one is only for animals. Oh my god 我连狗都不如Okay, so joke aside, you find what you are reading just now, the customer and evaluation and target audience, it's the same. Later we're going to do social media questions like that. So 当你读的时候，你的 target audience is very important. Social media is so open that there is no restriction. You find because last week, remember last week we got tuition in the afternoon, right? Correct now? Right, in the afternoon. Then at night I attend my police commander meeting, right? So one of the topic was about social media. Seriously, you know Tian Yu, you know that mother who lost 15,000 like overnight cannot take back.
Yeah, I know. I saw it on
Right.
Mothership.
So what my commander was saying, social media now is so wide that the person who scam your money can be from China, can be from Africa, can be from US. True enough. There's no law to protect you, The only thing you can lodge the report and prevents another victim to lose their money. 对吗, Hannah? Right. That's
It's very hard for you on get back your money.
Yeah, but whereas in Singapore, if you say somebody, this your friend walk on the street and somebody robbed his money, we still can chase and capture the person who robbed his money, correct now? But in social media, that is the problem. We cannot, even we found the culprit, the culprits, not the culprit, the culprits and the person who's the scammer. We can't do much, right, honey? We cannot fly a whole entire army to go to the country and catch them. True enough. No, we got a lot of scammers from India and from Africa. Do you think the governments bother to really help you, Yifan, to capture that scammer and bring to Singapore? What benefit do he get? 对吗, Yifan?
They won't get anything.
Correct. 除非你跟他讲除非你 send 那个航空母舰you better send this guy back. If not, my whole aircraft carrier going to bomb your city. No, right? Correct.
Calling the Black Air Force.
Yeah, Black Air Force. Okay. So Yifan, I now you understand what you read just now is really related to what we're going to do later on. Whether social media is a platform to really threaten people, to bully people, to attack people, or really the benefit 是真的咩？讲到这么漂亮，哇 ，brand awareness create 这些 ，true 啦 ，true。如果我们是做正当生意没有挂羊头卖狗肉那种 situation， 就是每个人都是 steady one OK， 就是很正人君子very gentleman one. Yes, we can do it. But sorry, this world is not like that, right? True not. This world, even 最好的 lawyer 也是有坏的 lawyer Okay, so let's move on. Can you read the last one, Yifan?
Brand loyalty. You can build relationships with your customers through social media. This can help increase loyalty and
Advocacy means that you follow the person, you're loyal to the person, you will 脚踏实地 that you will always take this rate. So for example, Yifan, I'm not sure about you. Do you go to a regular store to eat? 就是那个碗摊里那个云吞面，就是这个 store 的，我别的 store 都不吃的我就是很忠心耿耿 ，I didn't follow. Okay, because I do that, no. Seriously, I do that. Okay, Uncle Raymond got a very special chopi. Okay, even for me, I can eat anything. But once I like the store, because not just the food that is nice or you buy, but the person 那个老板也是很和气 ，very friendly， 对吗？that's a brand loyalty. So same thing in social media. May I ask, Han Ling, I start with you first. Out of so many social media, which one is your brand loyalty?
Sorry.
Which is your favorite brand loyalty? Is it Twitter, Facebook, Instagram? Back to you.
Brand loyalty as in.
Which one will you follow in social media?
You see, there's a small problem. Facebook owns Instagram. Facebook owns a lot of things. What does Facebook own?
Okay, no, for you. Who will you choose?
WhatsApp, because that's
Oh,
probably
you
the
choose
only one I
WhatsApp.
use actively.
Okay,
The
WhatsApp.
only
Thank
social
you.
media I use actively.
Sorry, Han Ling.
WhatsApp is the only social media I use actively. So
Okay, can you get a line of poor thing, poor boy? Can you?
Yeah.
Which one will you choose? 要我 correct 了，一份 WhatsApp 可怜的，他是从 Africa 还出来的。
I honestly use
大
TikTok the
我没有看
most.
过 Facebook 咩，真
I'm
是。
pretty sure I use TikTok and YouTube the most.
OK，一波呢？一波 use Twitter. You know why? He always talk to the birds. Very bad, Uncle Raymond want to disturb you. Just now you laugh at me, laugh at me got no hair. I use the wrong shampoo, all the hair drop. Now I use Twitter on you. Ipo, which one is your favorite? It's social media.
I don't really use social media, but like if I were to say it's YouTube or like just WhatsApp.
Oh, hey, you really FML. Get a live lah, for goodness sake lah. But okay lah, YouTube. Have you heard of TED? That
What?
yeah, some of the talks are pretty good.
yes, go for TED. Yufan. Okay, it's do you need to download right or just type www.ted.com? 阿玲帮于帆 type 那个给他看，在那个 chat 那边哈，谢谢你啊。Okay, 于帆 which one is your favorite?
WhatsApp and Instagram.
Instagram. Honestly, if you ask me, I feel that I like TikTok. I really like TikTok, seriously. I know TikTok is developed from China, correct me if I'm wrong, correct? From
I'm
China.
pretty sure it is.
Yeah. But I feel that TikTok, because number one, maybe I can use TikTok to learn Chinese. Right? 而且他们有讲12生肖那个时辰八字风水还有那个武术的东西more to that. Because 我看 Instagram, Facebook 看到闲了，白眼。Okay. Yeah, tech.com Yufan, go down and download this one, tech.com. You will give you really 真的是百闻不如一见。你没有去过哦？我跟你讲，有一个10岁的小孩子 ，I'm not sure 他能有心10 years old a Chinese boy went to US and give a speech in front of all the professor 大人物。Hi, good afternoon, everybody. My name is I can't remember his name. Okay,
When you said 10-year-old, I don't know. I just thought there was like the boy who choked his grandmother to death.
Yeah. That one really clown.
Pretty sure that one was also like 10 or 9 or something. Like
你看到吗？于帆10岁把他的奶奶跟他用那个 choke 他，差一点死掉，打他的奶奶。
Wait, what? 差一点 I thought die
没有死啦，
or fainted.
没有死他死我跟你讲真的是天打雷劈为了好像不要给他玩那个 computer。
No, they say it's because like the grandmother always beat him up randomly with no reason, and then it's probably like a friend influence also from what I say. Like they have a word that I do not know.
他的奶奶是老人忧郁症说真的是家门不幸真的是家门不幸。It's very unfortunate to see that. So that is life sometimes. You never know It got another story tell you in Russia the grandparents sold their grandchildren. 他的孩子seriously.
What happened to the parents? The parents are?
I don't know, but they sold away and then they sold their grandchildren. Some even sold their grandchildren their kidney just for their own benefits. Grandparents 这个世界讲不完的。OK，
That's so messed up. Okay, now
you-
back
you
to
fun,
topic.
you fun. So this 10 years old boy very cute. Hi, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Raymond. I'm here to give you a talk about, wow, the way that they talk is 很流利的 seriously, though. I came from China, but I migrated to the United States of America because of really 中国失去了一个人才。哇，不用紧啊 ，China got 1 billion people, so not to worry. 就当做施舍给美国了哈。All right， 施舍给他们的。Okay, now let's move on to disadvantages. May I have Han Ling, please?
Disadvantages of social media. Some of the downsides of using social media include resources. You will need to commit resources to managing your social media presence, responding to feedback, and producing new content. This can include hiring and training staff, investing in paid advertising, and paying for the cost of creating video or image content. Evaluation. While it's easy to quantify the return on investment in terms of online sales generated by social media advertising, there are some less tangible benefits. It can be hard to measure and place a monetary value on the brand awareness and reputation that social media can bring. It's difficult to know how social media affects sales in store. Ineffective use. Social media can be used ineffectively. For example, using social media to push for sales without engaging customers or failing to respond to negative feedback may damage your reputation.
Sorry, whatever you read, not you, Han Ling, not you, and whatever you see, Tian Yu, Yu Fan and Yi Bo, whatever you read and whatever you see here is all bullshit and nonsense to me. Because I don't find that these 4 things are Han Ling and the rest, they are disadvantages. Agree or Tian Yu? Whether you are a social media or you 开门做生意 got a shop, you definitely need resources and train people, 对吗？ Tian Yu? Right, you still need resources. Whether you are a social media, you sell things on social media and you sell things in a shop, you still need resources 吗？对不对？你是要请人去 design 那个东西，拍照啊。
For social media and technology, it's actually how you use them, which is like the down like how you use them is actually that is what makes okay.
Okay, I know what you're saying.
But you understand, right? It's like
I
it's
know.
not about it's not social media is bad or good. It's more of how you use it. To
Correct. Like
your
this,
life.
you know, there's this called Papa Bread 你
No.
听过 Papa Bread 吗？就是它的 casket 的那个面包很好吃。
Oh yeah, that's really nice.
You know okay, you know when my wife asked me go and buy I reach there, I give up, I say you go and buy. You know why not, Han Ling?
Why?
Yeah,
You know-
why?
You know when you buy, usually there's a salesperson standing there. Hi, welcome. May I take your
Yeah.
order? Correct. The bloody machine there, no, buy 3 get 1. You have to press on, you know, like McDonald's e-kiosk. You know, McDonald's got the kiosk. You know, when I go McDonald's, I don't like to press the bloody machines. I prefer to talk to the person there. I want 1 Big Mac, 1 French fry.
But I don't think they do that anymore. Like I mean, Bedok one is just order from machine, and after that you just
Yeah.
I don't like. I don't like. Seriously, it's sickening, like seriously sickening. And then how about the old people don't need to eat already, lor? You find.
Oh yeah, we went to McDonald's the other way to help the old guy with
那些老人家，我要吃汉堡包，我不知道怎么按，我按来按去按不到，真的是急死我了。
yeah, that day me and Tianyi went to the McDonald's at the East
小孩
Coast.
为什么一直笑我？臭
oh
鱼
yeah, I know. But I think
Yeah.
not all McDonald's switch to machine. I'm being honest.
No,
Like,
cannot.
all
I went to the Papa Bread. I really stand there and shout at them. No, I would like to see your manager, the 4 chef. Ifan, all look at me. My manager not here. I want to speak to your managers. Your food is not nice. 我每个人看我嘞，Your food is, you know my favorite. Your food is awesomely nice, but your system sucks.
oh yeah. Wait, what?
Your system sucks because you need to press that. You need to order 3 casket plus 1 plus D, then and you pay now, pay lah, pay don't know what next, then cash, all machine 按来按去。Can you imagine 于凡前面那2个如果是 auntie 按来按去，我不用吃了。那我站在那边于凡我看到2个 auntie， 走我们去买，他看到人家在按吧，不要买，我们走了，我走了。This type of machines于凡 is good for you, no? It's not good for older people, to be honest. Uncle Raymond will have no patience. Unless Yifan, they come out this, Voice recognitions. I want one Big Mac, no pickles. I want cheeseburger without the cheese inside. Example, voice recognitions, 对吗？好像你懂 drive in right， 对吗？汉雷 drive in。Welcome to McDonald's. I would like to have 3 Big Macs. Voice recognitions. By pressing sometimes you cannot have special orders. 你懂 special order 就是说，我要面，我不要我的辣度不要这么高，像 for example 我吃 spaghetti, I don't want to put the cheese inside, something like that. 没有，不可能这样的。The technology, you see, this is something like you see, there's a disadvantage, but you see evaluation and measure effectiveness 不是这样的，每样东西都会有 disadvantage。不只是 social media, but this is just to give you an example, okay? Right, so now let's start now. Using social media to condemn socially unacceptable behavior can be effective yet risky. How is that so? Ready? That is a question. Let's do now. 会做吗? This is an IP question.
Can you like explain the question in more details? Because I do not understand it. Is it like, are you
No,
trying to say, is it bad or something?
Tell you. Uncle Raymond definitely will want to explain to you, but don't mind, I don't want to explain to you now. I want you to do. Then later 你错了还是对了 then I explain to you 好吗？可以吗？ Okay, I just want to see, not you, I want to see the four of you. How is your level of understanding these questions? I repeat again, I just give you a hint. Using social media to condemn socially unacceptable. Pause here. 先 digest 这几个字先 Okay, unacceptable behavior. Okay, so using social media to condemn socially unacceptable behavior. Okay, stop here. Can be effective yet risky. So that means two sides of the coin, 对吗？所谓我们讲的 double-edged sword. Okay, so how is that so? Okay, I will give you a few minutes. If you can type now. Give me your introduction will do.
Wait, what's condom? Or whatever that word is.
Condom is condom.
Condemn.
Condemn.
No. Hey, don't embarrass you lah, please.
We're learning chapter 16 in
Teacher, I'm
science
gonna
right
say
now.
tuition. I'm gonna say tuition to piss off Han Ling.
Yeah, tuition.
Tuition.
No, it's tuition.
And Uncle Raymond is tuition because that day Tian and Uncle Raymond went to buy condom.
Yeah.
I want to condemn Tian Yu. No, I don't try. I want to condemn Han Ling. Just kidding.
HL.
Don't use your Google and check the word what is condemn, please. Even you don't know, it's okay. I got a reason for that, children. Don't go and use Google. 什么是 condemn 什么是 unacceptable 什么是 risky 什么是 effective？ 不要去找字典。All right. 天佑the word unacceptable 就是大概可以跟你讲什么意思是 condemn 的。
I still don't really get it though. Is it like, are we? I'm not sure.
Never mind, my dear. It's okay. Okay, I want all of you to give me your introduction now. Okay? Don't worry, Tian, don't stress, huh? Just start your introduction as what you think about this topic is about. Okay, so same to Yifan as well, Yibo, okay? I want the introductions. You remember the introductions must have these 4 alphabet. You know what are the 4 alphabet? This is the one, aims. You must create the atmosphere. You must have one interesting statements so that you can motivate the readers to continue to talk about, to lead to the suspense. And then just 4 to 5 sentences, that's all. 4 to 5 sentences, which I just create this formula, okay? Hey, honey, the moment I look at your hairstyle, it remind me of Apache. You know what is Apache,
Bro.
bro?
Yeah, I do.
Ooh, the red Indian. Then when I look at Igbo hairstyle, you look like porcupine. Angry already. 臭 Uncle Raymond， 你说我像 porcupine。Okay lah, give me your introduction, hurry up. I come back to you, I go to the restroom for a while, okay? Huh? Nobody do ah?
Yeah, I finally understand the question, but I'm not sure how do I even write it.
Hey, nobody give me the introduction ah. Oh, okay.
Let's go. Okay, I have something to use reference. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Ivo. So what you say, social media a place where people from all over the world meet online and discuss on multiple different topics. You might think such a place would be safe with the word top security, like Uncle Raymond. But you could be sorely mistaken,
And everyone sent already.
as Uncle Raymond is botak. Many personal informations are sold and trade online, most of them coming from your very social media account, like Uncle Raymond botak. So it is still safe to discuss socially unacceptable behavior online, even though online, even if it is effective. Let's dive deeper into the social media trench. Where is my oxygen tank? You dive deeper, no oxygen there. Halfway through, I die, suffocated without enough oxygen. 神经病. Dive. You never give me the oxygen tank. Anyhow dive. 哎呦，真是变态了你！要我死在里面讲一声啊！哎，真是，这个是谁的？于凡的。于凡 say, remember the time when you see socially unacceptable people from others? Now there is a place where you can share all the social unacceptable behavior anonymously. 咦，你真是的，骂人家不要放名字，真是的，你这个 Uncle Raymond 没有头发的，哈哈哈哈。那个是谁？伯伯弟弟，当然知道了，就是姨伯了咯。And the audience of your post will bring姨伯生气了 will bring justice to the persons. However, is that really so? I don't know, maybe yes. Social media is a double-edged sword. Not double sword, double-edged sword. You see, if I do this, what do you say? Double sword. Okay, but no, I will say double-edged sword. Okay, so little short words and pictures from you can cause, yeah. Okay, let's see. Hale, what is yours? We have all heard of hate comments online. Of course, these comments are not the best model reference for condemning socially unacceptable behavior. Hello, this is not American. You forget to put a U. However, they possess many similarity, and hence this condemns nations is not much difference. Let us understand the benefit and risk. Okay. What is this? Possesses, yeah, double S, correct. Okay, how about you? Daniel, are you ready? The paragraph 2, 3, and 4 don't do first, huh? Okay, I think the three of you has really put in the AIMS. Definitely you create the atmosphere by creating questions. That's for Yufan. And for Yibo, you creating the kind of stuff like telling people that hello, this is not just like a bed of roses, like what you see is 这么漂亮的事情哦。在真正的生活中啊，真的有那些 fandom 啊，那些people that you think that is real but is hypocrite, not real. Okay. Then Ha-Ling mentions is about that. Well, you know that this is one way, a platform for everyone to put their comments and hatred comments on the social medias and attack the person. Just like the one Tianyu is typing. Just like the one the mother lost money and the grandson 10 years old go and torture the grandmother. Okay, headlock the grandma, nearly died. And very funny, the person who took the pictures and don't bother go there and save, and still take the picture. 真的有些人很奇怪的。I don't understand that. What is that? I told you not to eat, right? You want to eat, you eat up. Never mind. Okay. My mom want to eat durian. durian mooncake。好了没有，天佑？ Because I want to show you the entire essay, okay? Oh, wow. Okay. Wow, that's long. A very long introduction. Okay, let's read to the class now. Social media is definitely in our real life routines now. Whether using it to watch news or watch YouTube, capital Y, even words require social media. Very true, very true. However, social media has one thing, okay, not have, has one thing that most people take advantage of. That is being anonymous. Yeah, don't show their face, don't show their names. What anonymous means is that we can write or watch what we want without the people online knowing who you are in real life. Most people will take their winners and exploit to the fullest. When we post stuff on social media or watch stuff, we definitely comes across comments that are hateful. Some are trying to pull the person who make the post down as they are jealous of them, or just want to see people suffer from their entertainment. So 这个 confirm 是变态的 sadist. So does this makes me the social media a safe place? No, to be honest, social media will never be a safe place. The title is using social media, using the platform like Twitter, Instagrams, internet to condemn is to destroy, to say bad things, to put words that is negative, that socially unacceptable behavior, like for someone who tortured their son, their daughter in the bus, or scolding the son or something like that, okay, or even an old lady, or even in a coffee shop when you dirty the table and then let the poor auntie to clean the place, something like that. Okay, let's go to the essay now. Read it. I would like all of you to read if you can. Okay, using social media to condemn. Okay, so here, this is how you start off. Introduction, state your point of view. Well, which you do. So, Tian Yu, now you understand why Uncle Raymond don't want to help you. It's not because I want to see whether you have this format, 明白吗? So this to help you later on in your school examinations. So using social media to condemn one's act in the form of public shaming. Yeah, you mentioned that, Tian Yu, and in fact, all of you are. This stems from the belief that the abuser action is loud, therefore criticism should also be made public. So that's how it works. Okay, that is an introduction. So that's what you all did using the AIMS. All right. Next, the paragraph 2 states the first effectiveness of social media, a good deterrence to anti-social acts. You know, got people equal. They got wear this T-shirt. I'm from anti-social club. You know, like have you seen this T-shirt before?
Once or twice.
Anti-social social club or something like that, right? Elaborate with example. Wide coverage of one actions on social media. Response from the public is immediate and abuser become instant means attacked by people already. 活该啦你报应啊，鼓励人家种因果 something like that. No, that's the kind of karma, the retributions that you deserve to get punished. Paragraph 3 state the next effectiveness of social media, able to detect more cases. Yes, it's true. In fact, social media sometimes is easy to break through the crime and let the police to solve the case faster using social media, because when people look at it, hey, I've seen this before, I know this person, I know the victims was being bullied by this perpetrator, so I need to go and report to the police. Elaborates allows user to use. In fact, the police force in my police force here, every week we got these anti-scams video YouTube webinar, and then to even got prizes. Whoever can answer certain questions, you get a prize. And we go door to door. No, we really deliver the gift door to door because Uncle Raymond is the one. Okay, sure. I saw your comments already. Okay, thanks, Daniel. So next, allow user to, okay, so next paragraph 4, state the first risk. So they got 2 effectiveness and then one of the risks here. Okay, social media may need to reach justice. So not true. Sometimes it's that the person want to get pardon from the justice to avoid being punished, to avoid being whatever condemned. So they use that as a platform. The situation has gone overboard when the abuser innocent family is attacked as well. You see? So I think like recently in it was in a Riverberry or which school that the driver go and hit the security guard.
Oris was sticker.
Yeah, you know about the story, but actually the driver.
Yeah, the schools were right next to Tianyu school and next to
Hey, really?
Yeah. No, like the security guard was there trying to stop the guy and then he just tried to drive in.
Huh?
Yeah, that guy is not the actual, the car belongs to another driver. But because of the car, but the driver was somebody else. So you see? So
Never heard of that case,
attack the
though.
family. Yeah. You know the story of okay.
Yeah, I know.
Example.
The old man got a bunch of money from that.
Sorry, what?
The old man actually managed to benefit a lot from just a car scratching his knee and stuff. If I'm not wrong, he couldn't walk for like 2 days.
Oh yeah, even the person go and visit him. Yeah. And some of the car is not cheap, no, it's very expensive car, no, super luxurious car. No? So state the next phase of social media may distort the whole situation. Okay, elaborate it. Yufan, you cannot see the screen. Now can see? Still cannot see. Hanling, what do you see on the screen?
Paragraph 4 state the first risk of
Hello?
social media.
You cannot see, Yufan? Can see now? No? No? Yipo can see now? What do you see? Yipo, what do you see on the screen? I can't hear you. Hello, Yipo, can you answer me?
Oh, can you hear me?
Yes. What do you see on the screen?
Graph 4 and paragraph 5.
Can you also can see? Yifan cannot see. Can see now?
You should rejoin the meeting.
Yeah, maybe you rejoin again. Okay, wait for her. Sometimes the computer, the cache, the memory cannot refresh the graphics. So you have this hiccup problem. Can you see now? Can you see now? Yifan can see?
Yeah.
Yifan can see, Okay, so just a quick one. So your introduction has done some justice for yourself. Then you wrote your AIMS for your introductions. Then the second paragraph is talk about the first effectiveness, about how social media can be a deterrent to anti-social acts. Then the paragraph 3 is also talk another effectiveness on social media and how you can detect cases, so can help the police to 绳之以法 to catch the crime to get the persons who commit the crimes to put behind bars faster. Next, paragraph 4 is about the risk of social media that leads to a dish of justice that people want to use that. I remember the driver killed the security guards. Then they attack the family members, but the poor guy, he said, I'm not the driver, please leave my family alone. I'm not the driver, he's the other guy, you mistaken, something like that. So this is another, sometimes 那个人做错事，就是整家人就对他一起跳进海里。Next, state the next risk of social media may distort the whole situation. So how? Violators may become victims instead. So instead of the person who keep attacking, now he become the victims. He's being attacked by people now. And end up they cannot take it. The guy commits suicide and kill himself, kill herself. A lot of cases like in the K-pop, they are having this kind of situations. Experience tremendous emotional trauma. Antisocial acts could be more moments of folly, may not be workable sometimes because now nobody know that because social media is such a big platform, we can't draw a line that where can we stop it. Okay, we do not know what are the words that use unless you got very solid evidence that you can bring this person. He anyhow say one, I never do this. Can give and to prove your example. Now, conclusion. Present your final opinions. We can use social media to highlight some issues. We must be mindful not to go overboard, and issue must still be reported to the police when necessary. Take note of this. If you cannot handle it, don't be a hero and handle it, and end up you become not the victim, you become the violators. Everyone is equal in the eyes of law. Okay, let's talk about this next paragraph. Ready? I will start the introductions, then Han Ling you follow, okay? Using social media to condemn behaviors that are deemed unacceptable against social norms is a false form of public shaming. It stems from the belief that since the aggressor is loud in his actions, the criticisms he gets should also be public. Indeed, the internet has proven to be effective in dealing with antisocial behavior. But dealing with antisocial behavior in this way can also lead to undesirable consequences. So the last sentence is a very suspense, to create a suspense. Why? I thought it's supposed to be a good thing. How come it become undesirable? Because it's the one to answer the question that it's definitely undesirable and more risky than more effective. So let's read on the second paragraph. Back to you, Ali.
Public criticism through social media has served as a deterrent to everyone. The wide coverage such criticism gets prevents potential antisocial acts. Moreover, the response from the public is almost immediate, and abusers could receive tremendous blame overnight, turning them to instant pariahs. Hence, a wrongdoer will have a taste of his own medicine. Almost as soon as it completes.
This is, I tell you, this is something like a taste of his own medicine. You can use this for your the discovery.
Wait, why?
Never mind, you just write down first. Okay.
Okay, can continue.
Yeah, continue.
For example, shop owners in Sim Lim Square began to clean up their act on overcharging foreigners after witnessing how Joba Chiu, the owner of a now defunct mobile phone shop, was denounced by the internet community and subsequently faced criminal charges for unscrupulous business ethics.
This kind of, you know, Han Ling, you know about this case?
Yeah, I've heard of it.
Okay, this Vietnamese want to buy an iPhone or Apple. You want to buy an iPhone. Usually iPhone at that time was, I think, iPhone 7 or 8, I can't remember. All right. So he told the Vietnamese guy, he said it's only $300. So very cheap, right? $300 refund, very cheap, right? Later, after buying, he said, oh, the warranty is not covered. If you want the warranty, you have to pay another $300. Then after that, say, oh, the line not covered, you have to pay another $300. And this one not covered, that one not covered, and now you have to pay $2,000. Can you imagine? They say, you better pay now. If you don't pay $2,000, I will call policeman. So that guy, Yifan, 他跪下来求饶嘞. The Vietnamese knelt down and begged for him. Honestly, guys, Sim Lim Square used to have a very bad reputation. 那个名誉是损失的。如果你去买电脑去 Sim Lim Square, good luck to you. If you don't know how to bargain, you don't know which shop, 今天他开2-3个月后可能关门大吉大利。But 有些是真的很好。 有些是真的非常好 ，because Uncle Raymond 以前是在那边做过电脑的生意。I seen all kinds of 狐狸都有，狼都有 ，OK， hyena 都有，但是有些很诚实的都有，但很少啦 ，to be honest， 因为那边是整个大厦全部都是卖电脑的东西，你在别的地方找不到的，好像 spy camera， 那个 pinhole camera 很小的 pinhole 啊，有些那些 pervert 的放在 toilet 啊，放在哪里的啊 No, seriously, but this one must have license or Igbo. They cannot anyhow sell this type of things. True not? It's an offense though. I put one bloody camera inside my house toilet, then somebody come to my house and do it. No. So it's wrong. You cannot do this type of things. It's offensive. So taste of your own medicine. For example, you can use this for discovery. Okay? So the taste of his own medicine. Finally, he discovers something. But he want to use this discovery to hurt someone. So he end up taste example, okay, to hurt someone. Or another way is that usually taste of its own medicine is used for bad things, okay, for things that is not doing right, okay. Unscrupulous business ethic, very a lot 在Sim Square 很多. But I cannot say every shop is like that. No, I say most of the shops, I feel it. I would not want to go Sim Square and buy a computer. Seriously, you can buy second-hand computer on Igbo, very cheap, no? And as cheap is like $50, you can buy one. Seriously, laptop. Okay, carry on. Back to you, Yifan. The effective.
The effectiveness of social media lies in its ability to detect more harmful cases. Not only is the internet a platform for all users to express their ideas, it also allows users to establish a grown-up civic group to preclude inappropriate acts. More importantly, it does not require immediate police action, thereby enabling the police to focus on more pressing police matters.
That is the reason why 于凡你看 because of social media 就是 this is a loophole 就是他们这些坏蛋bad people know that there is no time for them to check. By the time they check already 3-6 months 他们已经跑掉 account bank account 已经关掉了 run like hell already. The poor victims suffer 几万块. So please please children, if your grandparents have handphones or anything okay, say 你的孙子在我的手上你要还钱你跟他讲我给你那个企业的钱OK， 我烧那个银子的钱给你企业的钱好吗？你要不要那个信用卡？我也是给你那个信用卡还有 passport 要不要？给你下周你就去里面那个18地狱见阎罗王，好不好？ Please remember, don't let them con you like 你的儿子孙子在我手上这样好，帮我教训他多几天。哎呀，最好不要回来，不要给他吃他太肥了，给他瘦一点。一般女生你要的话也可以帮他1个月，没有关系我耳朵比较亲近。So guys, tell your grandparents especially that all these scammer say, auntie you put $10 to your bank account help me to put that. Then later 1 month later you will earn $100. 天下没有不劳而获的东西。Tell your grandparents, don't do that. Because it happened. Remember last week I told you, right? The Thursday I went for meeting. We share all these scammer. Nearly about if I'm not mistaken, about more than 30% are all 老人家被骗。不是在新加坡单单而已about 30% or so 被老人家被骗的都能。而且这些是他们的血汗钱跟讲难听一点于凡是所谓我们的棺材本，对吗？ So don't please tell your grandparents anything not sure +65 any handphone that come in +65 do not answer. Okay, and then don't even 这里是公安局打来的。
That scam is like overused already. At this point, I hear that I just 盖手机。
Yeah, 每次都是这里是公安局打来的。Then you know I say, hello, this is from India. Hello, excuse me, I don't know how to speak Chinese. Excuse me, what are you talking about? Oh, blind me, you blind kinder 盐的不是翻的，翻的不是盐的。再来一次，盐的不是翻的，翻的不是盐的，懂吗？我教你讲印度话，懂了？再来一次，盐的不是翻的， 翻的，不是圆的。所以我们讲快一点，圆的不是翻的，翻的不是圆的。All right, but please don't talk to your Indian friend like that. Very discriminating. You understand? 我们现在开始的讲英文好不好？ Okay. Joke aside, this is a very serious thing. Scamming is now like one of the top crime in Singapore. Okay, so please always be vigilant. If you're not sure, please, okay, you want to check on Uncle Raymond, is it true? Send a message to Uncle Raymond, okay? Then if can, then I will check with my officer. All right. Our job is to reduce crime. You see, no crime doesn't mean no crime that low crime doesn't mean no crime. Okay. Back to you, Tianyu, your next paragraph, please. 圆的不是翻的, come.
Okay. Unfortunately, even though the initial intention of civic society is just good and just social media can easily lead to lynch justice. For example, Anton, is it Anton? Anton
Anton.
Casey family was under attack after after he posted an offensive comment on Facebook. It's always a Facebook. I do not know why. Okay.
All
A
people
feeding
use Facebook, seems like.
Old people use Facebook, young use like teenagers use Instagram.
Right. Or even now they what Telegraph.
Telegram.
Telegram.
I don't know what's that. Okay, a feeding frenzy was sparked off because he labeled Singapore traveling on the MRT train as poor people and commented that one needs to be sterilized after using public transport.
Sterilized,
Sterilized. What's that? What's the meaning?
disinfected.
Yeah.
What the-
That
Okay.
means to 消毒, kill the germs.
Although it was impressive for netizen to come together to condemn his behavior. Few were ambivalent when his family was under attack as well.
Yeah, this group of guys that day, I think if I'm not mistaken, that day his car was sent for servicing. I think it's a Porsche car. Porsche.
Porsche.
He got no choice. He took a MRT and told the son, look, ayo, don't sit with all these poor people. Nah, lucky, so son must study hard. You thought you would be sitting like squeezing them like sardine in the MRT, something like that. So that's why you call poor people. Okay, 不要狗眼看人低. Okay, one day, you never know, your son, Anton's Casey, your son maybe become a beggar. Okay, 人做天在看, 不要讲这种事. Never look down on anybody. You know, recently, you find I went to work. I go to work, not went, sorry, I go to work. Okay, morning I work in the office. So every time I pass by, first, no, Uncle Raymond like to do this. I will say good morning. I don't care whether you're Chinese, Malay, Indian, I'll do this. So 久而久之几天我这样那个印度的那个 security guard 看到我 before I can do this, he do this to me already. Good morning, sir. Wow. Honey, reciprocate. Good, I will just simply, yeah, you bloody, yeah, only the security guard. I don't care about you, man. 我不是我反而 give my respect to him. And you know what he told after that, he get to know me a bit better. Say, sir, I like the way you walk. Very got energy. Then he said, yeah, the way I walk very energy, but my head got no hair. I walk not nice. I didn't say that to him. Okay. All right. So what I want to share with you is this, that 记住, you never know when you now everywhere you go, you find Yibo and Tianyu and Hanling. Anywhere you go, handphone is ready to take a picture and video, right? To show something. So be careful. All right, let's move on to Yibo. Moreover. I can't hear you.
Sure, can you hear me?
Yes, now.
Okay. Moreover, to use social media platform to condense antisocial behavior sometimes distorts the whole situation. If public humiliation is too extreme, the violators may become victims of cyber attacks. They experience tremendous emotional trauma that can extend from the fear of surfing the internet to facing the public. A case in point, the young man had verbally insulted the elderly taxi driver in a cab, and the flag drawn was so harsh that he dared not to leave his home for work thereafter. Eventually, his father had to appeal to the public for forgiveness on his behalf. Indeed, some acts should just be a moment of folly. Thus, it is unnecessary to deprive this individual of a second chance.
I think nothing wrong, no. If this guy will be too much until he was threatened not to go out and that was being threatened, you better you come out, 你出来过马路要小心不然等一下给车撞死不关我的事哇 this is like very threatening 于凡你吃东西不要给鱼烟赶到跟你讲就算鱼烟赶不到你，我一定赶你这个我觉得不是说很过分于博。如果你是把一个 taxi driver 讲到一文不值，讲到很烂，又要鼓励他这些而且你是年轻小伙子，你这样不尊老敬贤我觉得这是应该是一个 punishment right? Psychologically and mentally 不可以 take it, but 你活该了。你要知道whatever action you take you must know your consequences, right, honey? True. Just like you see a lot of cases nowadays reporting about molest case in the MRT or outskirt. You know, recently got a discipline teacher was doing outskirt in the school.
Discipline teacher.
Yeah, sickening, no.
I'm Googling that right now.
Yeah, discipline teacher, outskirt, female teacher.
I thought it was a professor.
No, it's a Singapore discipline teacher. And then honey, 他跟法官大人讲说 I got depressions, I very stressed. I feel like using the F word on him.
Wait, it's been what, 2 weeks?
Yeah, 2 weeks ago, just recently. You find I feel like giving the F word on him. Depressions, and please, don't give me this kind of excuse. Okay, I don't believe it. These depressions, all these things. Seriously, if you are a professional teacher, no matter how stressed you are, you know you got this problem. You better seek advice and go into treatment, 对吧? Just like Uncle Raymond has a discipline teachers. Many years ago, I feel like commit suicide. I feel like jumping, seriously. But I stop there, I think, I sit down, thank God, religions, my Christian value helped me to calm down and read the Bible. There are many ways to distress yourself. There are many ways to save your life. All right, there are no reason why, or because you stress, you take a gun and kill people. I don't believe in that, seriously. You just want to avoid that situation by doing these kind of things, so you feel good about it. I don't really agree with that. Sorry, maybe my nature is like that. I may be wrong. I'm sorry, but nevertheless, you saw, honey, you ma? Are you reading?
Yeah, I'm
Just
reading,
kidding,
I'm reading the thing.
Hey, how long is he went from prison?
Currently his sentence 12 to 18 months jail.
How many months? How many months?
He hasn't been sentenced yet. He will be sentenced in November. But what the prosecutors
Wait,
are asking for, what the prosecutors are asking for is 12 to 18 months.
Too short. After that, you come back, 还是一条好汉 do the same thing. Then you tell me, oh, my mental stress and all these things. Sorry, Yufan, to all of you. Any perpetrator who is a molester or rapist, I don't give chance one. Okay, I will never give chance of molester and rapist. 强奸犯跟那个molest 法语叫什么非礼案件。I don't give chance one. 如果我是警察，我第一件事不是什么，我拿椅子丢他了。The private part. 给他做太监。炸小凳子，娘娘到，皇上一国到。不是太监不是这样讲话的吗？难道太监是这样？皇上到，小凳子。你的声音好像是大凳子。Okay, all right, guys. 一国晕倒了。皇上没事吧？炸，皇上你还好吗？Okay, sorry. When it comes to this, even my officer also cannot stand me on Igbo. I say you very violent, Raymond. Yeah, I'm very violent to all these idiots. Sorry, really idiot. Hey, 于帆，我有老婆的嘞，我有女儿，我有以后孙女儿，我有学生都是女孩子的，还有niece也是我的子女嘞，对吗？Society， 你看你这样做你把一个女人的那个整个 career 跟 future 完蛋了 cannot 啊，sorry 啊，OK， 不要讲了，我越讲越，等一下真的变成是太监了他们。接下来黄飞扬养于凡 ，last paragraph 。OK，let's go。
Nevertheless, acts that are socially unacceptable must be prohibited, and police reports might be necessary. We can use social media to highlight some of the cases, but we must always be mindful not to go overboard. Society needs to understand that the law is disinterested and everyone is equal in the eyes of the law.
Remember, no matter how bad you are, how bad the situation is, and how bad the thing is, you better control the way you type. Don't be a keyboard warrior and keep shooting of people. Can I use the word? 我们要留一点口德。Even though like cases like the rapists, like the one discipline, honey, when I read the things, the discipline case, 我跟你讲啊 you give you're giving the wrong signals to a lot of school of discipline teachers. You spoil the whole entire market. I was like feeling like putting some comment inside, but I restrained myself from doing that. Okay, but sometimes you must know whatever you say, what you may not be able to turn back. Even though you can delete your comments, but some people will capture your comments, 对吗？做，哎呀，我不应该这样写，可是 even less than 5 seconds, somebody might screenshot and good luck to you. Okay, so 当你要三思而后行okay, think twice before you make all these stupid things. I use the word stupid, even though you are very angry. Now for the case, honey, for the case of this discipline, I'm super angry. Seriously. Imagine, honey, if the teachers is my wife, who are upskirt, I tell you, that the discipline teacher 真的是变成太监 ，confirm 了变成太监。如果是在清朝他是准备参加太监的，他的小祖宗完蛋了。Okay, let's go on, guys. This is very important. Tian Yu, Han Ling, Yi Bo, and Yu Fan. 皇上，你去哪？一博。Okay, right. Now, small stand for stand. 皇上来了，皇上。不见了，皇上。皇上，你去哪？你跑去哪？小凳子在等你。Stand by your notion. Moral of the essay or story. Identify one of your strong points to justify your conclusion. So, Yu Fan, whatever you read this is more to an argumentative essay already. All right. A discursive and argumentative. Can you? Now, you mean by what? Discursive. Discursive and argumentative also can be a hybrid, can be expository essay. Link to the questions and end with a strong statement on using this form. Okay, this one is a health one. We'll do it next week. Come, look here. You find since you are reading the last paragraph, the smile, SMILE is there. S stand for, okay, one more time. You stand by a notion. That means you stand by what you believe the statement is, whether is it effective or risky, is it good or bad. Then the moral of the essay of the story that you talk about, whether this is a good thing about social media, is it acceptable or unacceptable? Back to you, Yu Fan. Yi Bo, Tian Yu, and Han Ling, please look at the SIME I put there. Carry on. Nevertheless, Yu Fan.
I thought I read this.
Yeah, you read again. That's what I mean. That I was, yeah.
Nevertheless, acts that are socially unacceptable must be prohibited, and police reports might be necessary.
So
You
that
can-
means I stand, okay, don't mind if full stop, I continue. That's why I put the S here. So I stand on my notion. 我跟着我的原则，所以我跟你讲social media 是不好的，不要把这种东西搬在 social media 骂人家讲话。Must have the limits. So that is my stand. The notion means this is what I believe. Back to you. We can
use social media to highlight some of the cases, but we must always be mindful not to go overboard.
So the N, what does the N and the I stand for? The I stand for, okay, I identify one of my strong point to identify the moral of the story, the moral of the essay and the story, and the strong point. The strong point is what? You see, I give you the support. I know it is no good, but it's good that we have to use social media to have a platform to vent our anger, to show our unpleasant things to those people who do things that is very bad, like the cases that we mentioned, the interns and the guy who bullied the taxi driver, and then the seeming square, right? All these things. Okay, so I'm going to bring out the strong points. Okay, the things that is I also forgot. Identify one of your strong points. And one of my strong point is that we are talking about, they are highlight some cases, right? The example that I mentioned in the last second, third, fourth paragraph. And also the M stand for moral of the story is that we must know our limits. We don't anyhow say anything. Last sentence, please.
Society needs to understand that the law is disinterested and everyone is equal in the eyes of the law.
So what is L? L is linked back to the question. So whether you agree or not agree, whether you think it's effective or not effective, and then the E is what? End with a strong statements. You see? Right? All end with the last statement is like are equal in the eye of the law, 对吗？每个人在那个法律的面前都是什么？人人都是平等的，人人都是一视同仁。So eye of the law. So that last sentence is a very strong statement to prove that. Okay, so I will use smile. Take notes for your conclusions. Right? Take note of this. We're using the smile to link back to your conclusion. So next week we'll talk about health. So I'll send this one to you for the next lesson, and we talk about health. And of course, children, all right, please, if you can, complete your second, third, and fourth paragraph. Okay, can you take a picture now? But of course, I'll send you into the class. If you can do next week, we have to complete 2, 3, 4 conclusions. Okay. So conclusion, you must use a smile. S-M-I-L-E, the smile, to make your conclusions. Okay, so that is a conclusion. Take a pictures if you can. Okay, done already. But I will send you the lesson plan so you can receive the lesson plan and then talk about it. Okay. All right. Thank you, class. I think Tian, you want to ask me something? Let me stop the recording.